Okay, peace, beloveds, and welcome. My name is Saba, First Lady Chavez, and it is an honor and blessing to be here. Welcome to Hope for Maui, a benefit concert to benefit the island, the land, the people, and the land. To restore wellness back to the island of Maui. Now is the time for us to come together, humanity, to be as one, to honor our sisters and brothers who have lost their lives so violently to the fires there in Maui. I am honored and blessed to be the disaster relief, coordinator for the Hope for Maui benefit concert, a concert that starts as of today and will be running until the end of September. Our hope is that we can raise the funds that are needed to benefit the island and benefit the people. Only 10 days ago, the island, and aloha to the souls that are joining us. The island of Maui, Hawaii, Lahaina, was struck with fire. In minutes, the entire town took to flame. Many people trying to escape for their lives took to the ocean, holding on to their loved ones and children. Many people being barricaded, unable to leave, and stuck in their vehicles. The fire took over the town so quickly with no emergency sound off. The disaster relief chief stepped down 4 days ago. And because it was not a hurricane, or it was for other reasons, did not sound the alarm to alert the town of Lahaina and the island of Maui of what was happening. Countless of lives are still missing at this moment. Search and rescue has been active on the island for the past 10 days. We want to thank those people who are doing that work and the forensic work to identify the bodies of DNA. As of last night, we have come to 500 souls that have been found, but there are still countless lives that are still missing. And so the search and rescue will continue. Fires burned until yesterday. We got word that the fires were starting to be smudged out in the bushes onto the west side of the island. The people of Lahaina are hurting. The people of Lahaina and Maui need our help. They have been displaced of their homes. Many lost their homes. Many lost loved ones. And yet there is still hope. I come to you today as a part of the board for hope, for humanity of our people, for humans on planet Earth. Hope for Maui needs your donation today. We need your donation desperately to be able to go and do the work that is necessary there on the island and to come in support and get the supplies that are so desperately needed. Again, my name is Saba First Lady Chavez, and it is an honor and a blessing to be here with you all and your divine souls. Thank you for joining us, and I am honored to kick off such a phenomenal and monumental time in history. There's never been a time like this in history. And we will continue to heal our planet Earth consciously and sustainably for many years to come. We stand with Lahaina strong. We stand with the island of Maui strong. And hope for Maui is now. This is a desperate call, a call for action. Every dollar matters, and we are going to make sure that Maui has a 5-year plan to continue to build the island sustainably and to restore homes and water and food that is so desperately needed at these times. We are going to continue with the series and the storytelling and the edutainment that is absolutely necessary to bring spotlight to the sister island of Maui. Oh, beautiful Hawaii, we stand with you upon this day. I want to give thanks and praise to all of the teams, the grassroots foundations that have worked hard along my side and with me for the last 5 days to be able to bring you this broadcast. If you are joining us via Roku or any of our other social media platforms, I thank you. Please share and get the word out. At this time, I would like to share a message that was written for us by the people, by one of the sisters here in the organization with us who has been working tirelessly by our side day and night for the last 5 and 10 days. There's been an unfortunate and tragic event that took place on the island of Maui. The fire burned through the historical Hawaiian town of Lahaina. People lost their loved ones, homes, possessions, vehicles, businesses, everything. Transport in and out has been shut down, limiting the resources of aid available to come in from outside islands. Locals from other islands are using their personal boats to go between islands, and some are being turned away on the ocean and restricted access. Locals are coming together and helping each other with shelter, food, and water as they can. The running water has extreme contamination and cannot be used. There are deals that are being made to take the land, and insurance companies have denied claims to Hawaiians, claiming that Hawaiian land is not covered. And this is why, sisters and brothers, we stand Lahaina strong, Maui strong, and will continue to keep the hope alive and bring and restore hope back to the people of Maui. It is an honor and a blessing to be on the calls, to have heard the stories, to hear the stories, to constantly be updated of what is going on there in Maui. I'd like to take a moment to ground us as we get ready to start the benefit concert with our beautiful sister Faith and her band. They will be coming in live, and so many other phenomenal musicians. So you guys make sure to stay tuned as we will continue to go live and continue the docuseries here on the Hope channel. Shouts out to the sister Faith Mystic, and I hope that you all enjoy as we get ready to go into opening prayer ceremony and the live benefit concert. This benefit concert needs your help, and this is for the people, by the people. Sound and art heal, and so we will continue to heal and raise vibrations, sending our love, our light, our gratitude, our unity to our sister island of Maui, to the city of Lahaina. It is an honor and a blessing for me to serve, to be part of this curation process. If you are an artist and you would like to be part of the series, please make sure that you get in touch with us at the website HOPE4MAUI. Make sure that you follow us, HOPE, H-O-P-E, the number 4 Maui on all social media platforms right now. Please be part of the solution. Whatever you can donate, I know that the people will appreciate it, the land will appreciate it, and the people will continue to be able to thrive, and you will know that you are part of history. And with that, I'm going to give a 3 rounds of sound bowl chakra root healing. If we can have a moment of silence for the beautiful souls that have been lost and now on their divine ascension. A moment of silence for the town of Lahaina and the island of Lahaina. Mahalo, and thank you for joining us, beautiful divine souls. We send our love, our light, our protection, and we stand strong with you, Maui, with you, Lahaina, and with the people and for the land. Join us now at HOPE4MAUI.org, and welcome to the Hope for Maui Benefit Concert Series. It has been an honor and a blessing. I am your girl, Saba First Lady Chavez, Chief Coordinator, Organizer for the Disaster Relief Hope for Maui. Remember, and big shouts out to our brother Chris Collins, HOPE stands for Humans on Planet Earth. If you hear the call, answer it. These have been a divine 5 days. I thank everybody who has made this possible, this stream possible tonight. And we will continue to bring you live music, art, so that we might be able to reach a goal to help these people get the housing, the water, the resources that they so desperately need. Please take a look down below on my screen and make your donation to the HOPE4MAUI.org. Thank you for joining me and enjoy the experience of Miss Faith. Blessings of love and light. And I introduce to you the Hope for Maui Benefit Concert. Thank you for joining us, Faith Mystic.
Thank you, beloved. Thank you, dear soul tribe, soul family. Tonight is a special night. Can we say a big aloha to the island of Maui? Aloha! 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 As we are going live for Hope for Maui, please donate at www.hopeformaui with the number 4.org. Thank you. I'm going to bring in a ceremony to prayers for the souls who have transformed, who were taken from their vessels far too soon because of the fires. So let us raise up the intentions not only for the souls, but for also the spirits of the land, the ancestry, the lineages, the core and the foundations of what was burned, that it is not forever gone and that it continues to grow in the souls and the hearts of those who are present, that the memories come forward, and even though things were burned, that the memories are sustained. Opening the gate to the ancestors and the healing in the heavens to bring forth what's necessary to bring the light to those who may have forgot to go to the light in the midst of their transformations as it was so sudden, and to the hearts of the loved ones who have them have transformed the healing that comes through. Prayers of protection, powerful protection over the lands, over the families who made their roots, their ancestral roots. They walked barefoot and planted gardens there. They have memories there, that they are not persuaded to sell them, that they realize it is not scarcity, because there's many who are present ready to help make sure that they do not lose their lands that their ancestors gave birth on, literally. I would like to welcome now, I have guests here. We have Nako and we have Rafindio. Come to bless up and give.
Blessings. Come on. My name is Mr. Chief. Just want to give a shout out to everybody out there that's holding tough in Maui. And just want you to know that I represent Northern Cheyenne Nation, First Nation people in Montana. And I just want to know that we stand with you as indigenous people and just send love and healing to the land and support as much as we can and as best as we can. So much love.
Yeah, man. This is Ras India out of Belize, in the heart of Central America. And, we just sharing the love and, being unified is the best way we can be, to help each other in these times, in these rough times all over the world. So here I am now in Oregon, spreading positive vibe musically, but now through this digital medium all the way to Hawaii. Yeah, man.
Is there any song that each of you would be willing to share that it could speak to their hearts and souls, that could help them work through what they're working through right now? Because it's like a battlefield out there.
Of course.
Thank you.
I got a verse.
Bless it.
Look to the future, humanity is tribal revolution. We must be finding solution. Yo, look to the heavens and look to the skies. Just say we must be able to watch for I. Yo, watch for the Rama when them come creeps and lurks. Watch for the pollution they must spread upon the earth. But watch out for your family, your kindred comes first. Nothing feels better than that comforts our home. But don't take for granted, cause Uncle Sam knows. So Babylon system, we are chant you out. Free up the nation, this is sacred ground. Maui, you're on sacred ground.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
God bless us always through the struggle and the strain. Yeah. God bless us always through the suffering and the pain. Yeah. God bless us. Yeah. always, through the sun and even the rain, yeah. God bless everyone all over the world, always, yeah. Blessings.
Yo, we streaming live from the Oregon Reggae Fest in Southern Oregon.
Boom.
We're gonna Arsenio played today.
Yeah.
Had a beautiful set.
Blessings.
I'm going on here in a little bit in the dance, so I'm gonna give another shout out on the mic over there. Just know that we with you, Maui. Much love.
Big up. Fire blaze.
Thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. So, for some reason, the technology doesn't work out here in the same way. So I'm not able to do the background music as there's things going on the stage too right now. So we're waiting to get on there. We'll um, walk down there and check in at some point and come on again. But I'm gonna sing a song that I wrote, and it's a song of unity. And I welcome you all to travel if you want to travel, because I know you need to get on your way.
Okay, I'll meet you over there.
Yes, thank you. And
Big up,
send
Maui.
somebody,
Much love.
please.
Yes, sir. I'm coming. I was going to charge my phone up, but.
Thank you. When I come, I'll bring your phone or your.
No.
Okay.
I'll just take the whole wire right now.
All right. So the song is called "We Are Here."
Okay.
We are here with an open heart, open ready to be received as we be. Together lift our voices. We are strong and we are true. Together lift our voices. See us rising too. For we are here with an open heart, open ready to be received as we be. And I really want you to all look into the roots and the core of Maui. Look into the roots of those who in the islands early, before the others came to teach them other things. The roots tribes. We are here. Open, ready to be received. Again, from lows, receive, and all the voices must rise, one unison, to unite, to create the changes necessary to hold in the roots. Because Gaia, the earth, the island, has accepted those who are present, who are lineages, because they know how to care and tend to the island. I'm going to bring in an activation of abundance to the hearts and to the consciousness and to the souls, that it's a very pure experience, and that there's not substances that try and replace the heartache from what happened, that it really comes into a clarity of heart healing, transformation, and bliss and blessings of the transformation. Change happening. I'm going to do a protection over the island specifically, that those who are there to cause harm and deprive the island, that it's not the same thing, that it's not possible in the same way. I'm going to do an activation now for Zeano Wauma Wayena Rosana Eta Korao Natu Aye na Wauma Oh. The prayers of the crowns of those who are mourning the loss of their loved ones. That the spirits of those loved ones will come through in the dreams to communicate that the feelings of loss is not as present when they come to communicate, and the consciousness that it is not your fault. It is not your fault. Those who are blaming themselves, it is not your fault. Really breathe through that. Blessed love, thank you, sacred soul family. Asha Yeniya Karana Shasaniya Atu Adonai Alchai Alachim Abashayi Atarahum Ashani Ashan. Did they want us on stage? Okay, I gotta go sing. You're gonna come with us. Okay, let's go do this.
Oh, good to sit here. That's all I'm.
Okay. Oh no, not that thing again. Why? Okay, I hope it doesn't break though, you know. We have to do this fast too. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna run down really fast. We have to get on stage and sing with John Levi. So you're gonna come on the journey with us. If I welcome you to come on and talk. I have about 10 minutes I need to get on stage. Thank you. Thank you. Listen to the sound. Spiderwebs. It's beautiful. Okay, so you're gonna guide me?
Yep.
Okay. I'm trying. Would you like to carry it for me? I would be okay. You don't do it because they're with us to the rest of the concert.
You gonna go on there?
Yes, it's online right now.
Oh shit! In the dark.
Blessed love.
Oregon cricket. Listen.
They're singing the song of master.
But we should have it mute for this now. Huh?
There's so many things.
Achha, yeah.
Oh, I did anyway.
How about boots? Oh, yeah, how about boots?
Yeah, I feel that high heel boots.
High heel boots.
They're like olive oil from we're blessed. This is good. They're happy. The crickets are singing songs of praises.
Yeah, they make a lot of good noise.
Bringing the rains everywhere. Everywhere there's fire. Bring the rains. Bring the rains.
Song goes out to each and every one of you. To the generation coming up right now. So for you guys. visited all these islands and saw everything. How would they feel about these changes of our lives? Just imagine if they were around and saw highways on the sacred grounds. How would they feel about this modern city life? Tears would come from each other's eyes as they would start to realize that our people are in great, great danger now. Would they feel? Would they smile? We could do cry for the gods, cry for the people, cry for the land that was taken away. And then yet you find a way. Just imagine if they came back and saw traffic lights and railroad tracks. How would they feel about this smart city life? Tears would come from each other's eyes as they would start to realize that our land is in great, great danger now. For the fighting that the king has done, conquered all these islands, now there's millions. How would we feel if we saw Hawaii?
Bringing attention and positivity to Maui, and I'll say aloha to the loved ones who are going through the feeling alive.
And yet you find a
Aloha world. This is Jonah Martin Lyon here, coming in from currently Reno, Nevada. I am a Maui resident. I am the director of disaster relief for the Pacific Islands for HOPE, housing our people everywhere and humans on planet Earth. I'm one of the founding members of the Aloha Response Team and founder of Jedi Alliance, and one of the members of Hungry Heroes Hawaii, and many organizations that have come together in response to this uh, tragic circumstances and events that have taken place on Maui, and uh, the fires that have taken place. I am sitting actually in Reno, Nevada, where I was a firefighter here, and after my time here, I moved to Maui, and we have been working um, around the clock there as a community in response to what is taking place. And I just want to share so much gratitude to everyone locally and globally that has shown up and fully responded in such a way with so much aloha. There's so much love in our hearts and compassion and peace and love to be here. It's an honor and pleasure to actually be working diligently around the clock, long hours since these fires have broken out on Lionsgate. We've been putting together all of the different aspects of a holistic response system, a way to self-organize as a community so that we can be in good position to be able to continue to bring in supplies and make sure that we have a correct supply line and get everything that we need to our people on the west side as well as upcountry and Kula Olinda. I'm boots on the ground in all places right now, so I'm able to give updates in real time, which I appreciate very much this live opportunity to weave in the music, to weave in the arts, to weave in the edutainment, so we can continue to share what's really happening on the ground level, making sure that we um, clear any of the misinformation, any of the reporting, and any uh, propaganda that may be coming forth and coming through by other uh, mainstream media, news, so on and so forth. So this is uh, our move as a people, by the people, for the people, to get into this gap of information and media and communication so we can communicate with the world and let the world know what's happening on the ground level here on Maui. And I want to give those updates and open up many of the dialogues with so many of our leaders here on the ground that have come together in a miraculous way, to come together in unity as a community, locally, globally. All of our relations, Ahome Takiasin, all of our relations coming together as indigenous peoples, and that means all of us because we are all indigenous to this planet. And in this time, we are desiring to bring forth a housing initiative, a food, water, and shelter, I like to call it, housing initiative for our people of Maui to be able to sustain our time period, to start the rebuilding process after we've fully responded. And we are still in response mode right now, as I just came into awareness that the fires in upcountry have reignited. And this has been an ongoing thing. We're in day 10 of this. What's happened on Maui, in my opinion, as a professional firefighter, is there's been a lot of mistakes if you will. Um, Most of them I would imagine are unintentional, but rather the circumstances. Upcountry, for instance, as a firefighter, this is one of the hardest terrains to be able to fight fire in because of the amount of fuel uh, in forest and the dryness. Um, there's a lot of wood to burn. There's also a lot of debris down in the gulches of generations of Apollo or trash that has been dumped into our gulches, and that being on fire and really hard to put out because it continues to smolder and then reignites. And the ability to gain access to this area is very challenging to do with any kind of heavy equipment. So it's basically just sheer courage amongst our brothers and sisters willing to go out there and risk their bodies to go in and support the firefight happening in upcountry. In terms of Lahaina, Lahaina is our historic, one of our last frontiers of old Hawaii. So it's carrying that energy of our ancestors, our kapuna, our iwi kapuna, and many of the, I say, the cultural sacred sites that not only have been burnt down, but that also, when it comes to the overall overhaul, is what we call in firefighting, and after we salvage and go through all of our account and looking for any more lost ones, any more surviving presence of life and property, and starting to mitigate and really get a feel for the scale of what's taking place. It's absolutely tragic what's taking place, and so we want to just use this time to really come into that awareness of the both the devastation, so that we can think about what's happened and how we can rebuild and make sure that we're not rebuilding the same way that we have in the past. Uh, the Lahaina fires had many uh, factors, I would say, that contributed to the level of devastation. High winds from Hurricane Dora that was 500, maybe more miles away. We had 80, 90-mile-an-hour winds, which is unusual. We have a alarm system here for hurricane, tsunami, any massive inclement weather. It was actually systems that were left over from World War II. Those systems are tested on a monthly basis on the first of every month. Those systems were operational, tested correct on the 1st of August, and a week later, those systems failed. So our Ohana, our family, and Lahaina had no prior warnings around this. Uh, Winds, and then those winds pushed over power lines. Power lines sparked fire, and the fuel was already there. So with those winds and that, it created a recipe for disaster. Um, our old Lahaina district is old construction, and everything, the neighborhoods, our businesses are all stacked one on top of another, which makes it very difficult to have any defensible space as a fire department. And just as our alarm systems didn't go off, our fire suppression systems were also inadequate in terms of the level of pressure, PSI, that's needed to be able to have a successful attack of the fire, to do it safely in a manner. And so those fires moved very rapidly uh, through the city of Lahaina, the town of Lahaina. the district of Lahaina, this area. And to add to that, uh, we've also not seen, in my professional opinion, the level of response needed for the scale of this fire. Uh, the amount of responsiveness has been very low with everything considered. And this is something that I continue to look into and investigate around where is our support from um, levels of government uh, and aid in that respect. And then to bring it back and swing it back into, once again, the just this positivity of how our community of Maui, Maui strong, Lahaina strong, Lahaina stronger, as one of my dear sisters, Athena, uh, whose picture in front of her laboratory or art laboratory, uh, she was sharing in one of her interviews is Lahaina stronger. And this community is so resilient. We are all coming together and we're all rising up, and we can see through this fire that it has actually been a massive transformation and transmutation of old programs within ourselves as a community, both locally and globally, as letting go of anything that is no longer serving any way, any separation, any divisiveness, anything that is keeping us from really remembering who we are and that we are all one family. And this family, this Ohana, this world has responded in such a way on a people's level. And that's where our power is. Our power is within ourselves, and we can actually bring every bit of what we need to supply the needs for our community, for those families that have lost loved ones, that have lost their homes, their cars, their uh, priceless or um, pieces of artifacts, property. You know, as a firefighter, it's one of the things that we're taught that after we get these, make sure that everybody is safe and sound. Then we go ahead and take care and make sure that we're able to bring out as much of the things that are irreplaceable that people keep. I want to check in and now because this is to fill in some of the ways where we're looking for Mystic and bringing her on. Maybe y'all hear get a message when we're ready to shift over into that. Um, I want to tell some more story about what's happened down at what we call HHHQ, um, our headquarters for Hungry Heroes Hawaii, for Aloha Response Team, and coordinated efforts with many other organizations where we are at the front gates, the funnel and access point, the most tactical access point to getting over to the west side and being able to respond in the best way that we can. We've been setting up essentially a camp, a headquarters with space for healing, space for media, so that we can support our family with ability to share their stories and to get out the message and broadcast what's really going on. Because once again, some of the misinformation is being placed out there, even uh, with us who are on the ground level. And some of the stories that are out there, to share a bit around that, is that there's a uh, what do you call it? Sometimes they call it a firefight, but it's not in that standpoint, but basically a gunfight between Marines and FEMA. And that is not at all happening. There hasn't been any kind of violence or any aspect of war happening, but rather the opposite. It's been nothing but peace. It's been pure aloha. There's been a lot of sadness, of course, and grieving and desperation and all the things you can imagine in something as this tragic. And at the same time, the resilience of the people and their love and the perpetuation of this culture and this aloha is what is alive, and that's what's in these streets, and that's what's in our initiatives and directives right now. And our community is coming together in ways that I have never seen or experienced in my life as a firefighter, as a humanitarian, as an environmental protector, internal, externally, and to be in service, to all sentient life. And this is a great call. This is a massive call for us to come together. I believe Hawaii and in this situation, Maui has a wonderful opportunity right now to be a beacon of light, be a lighthouse, and have a worldwide effect of showing how we can rebuild regeneratively and sustainably in right relations with Mama Gaia, with the Aina. We can come into right relations with all the elements, and right relations with the plant nation and the animal nations, star nations. Come in right relations with all that is. And show that right now we are part of that circle, and not a part of the circle of life, but we are actually in the circle with everything. We have all of the innovative technology that we can imagine right now, and it's ready to deploy, and it's time to implement all of this, because as we're looking around on the news and we're checking in, we have fires happening all over the world. Fire is a destructive force, and it is a force of transformation. So I ask in this time, as we come together and unite in peace and love and unity and sovereignty, that we hold these visions and we stay in looking into 7 generations of honoring what has come before us and what has come after us, and to keep our eyes and our focus on the future by being present here and now. We're going to go ahead and shift on over and move to some more videos, and I may share in that field some of that coming across. That song by Brother Is that was played, it's just a great way to really feel into it. And now let's come into some beautiful positive vibes and hope for Maui.
Ready to go,
You ready to sing?
Walu, Iku, Ono, Lima, Ha, Koru, Lua, Kahi. Kuha'aheo, Hama'i'i, Hama'i'i, Makakaua, Reina, Oke'ehu, Kakahiaka, Ona Oiwi, O Hawaii, Lokula,
As I travel from place to place, some familiar, some are strange, to hear the ancient chantings of our home. As I listen to the stories, my eyes have seen the glory. So let us raise our voice, it's all to save our land.
All of Haiti stands together in sound and forever to raise our voices and all the banners high. We shall stand as a nation to guide the destiny of our generation, to sing and praise the glory of our land.
Iloko na hale apo hakua oia na hana hie.
Waipipi ioa vauli uli oe i oe.
Na kuanoa ukahua ke awa ukana.
Kione kani ono hili hano hano o hanale.
From the fiery pit of Tutupere, I hear my mother's call.
O tutu kane mauna care, send their love to all, to stand as one beneath the sun. Blessings from Horeakala and our sweet mama and Mariale, where the greatest waters fall.
All the Haiti stands together. It is now and forever to raise our voices and hold our banners high. We shall stand as a nation to guide the destiny of our generation, to sing and praise the glory of our land.
Mau keo kaiana ikupono ea imua mau keo kaiana ikupono ea imua mau keo kaiana ikupono ea wali just nowadays a man of our kings and queens would visit all the islands and saw everything. How would they feel about the changes of our land? Why could you just imagine if they were around and saw our concrete jungle and highways on sacred ground? How would they feel about the disrespect of ancient lands? Wanna now, tears will come from each other's eyes, and they will stop to realize that our people are in great danger now. Whoa, tell me what would they say? How would they feel? Will the smiles be content or the cry for the pains that they have seen? Now cry for our God, cry for our people, cry for our lands that was taken away, and then yet you find hope in it. Ooh yeah. Mau keo kaiana ikupono ea imua mau keo kaiana ikupono ea imua mau keo kaiana ikupono ea wanna now all of the fighting King Kamehameha has done to conquer all the islands. Now there's condominiums. How would he feel about the changes of our land? Why could you just imagine if he came back and saw traffic lights and the railroad tracks? How would he feel about the disrespect of ancient lands? Wanna now, tears will come from each other's eyes, and they will stop to realize that our people are in great danger now. Whoa, tell me what would they say? How would he feel? Would his smiles be content with a cry for the pain that he has seen? Now cry for our God, cry for our people, cry for our lands that was taken away, and then yet you find hope in it. Ooh yeah. Mau keo kaiana ikupono ea imua mau keo kaiana ikupono ea imua mau keo kaiana ikupono ea imua uo mau ke o kai ana kopono ea imua uo mau ke ea o ka aina I ka pono ua mau ke ea o ka aina I ka pono. The life of the land perpetuates only in righteousness, only in righteousness, only in righteousness. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Uo mau ke o kai ana I ka pono ea imua uo mau ke o kai ana I ka pono ea imua uo mau ke o kai ana I ka pono.
Ua mau ke ea o ka aina I ka pono. As I walk the streets of Lahaina 2 days after the fire, and the first to get entry, aside from our first responders, this was the song that came through as I walked the streets and actually played it on my Bluetooth speaker to just bless up the land. This is our first of many in this concert series. So of course we're working out the kinks. This has been very successful. We've been working around the clock, up all night, many hours, many of us working diligently, and it still will remain. And this is our way to keep the attention needed on Maui so that we have the right response and the right rebuild, the righteousness, and all of that. So I give thanks. I give thanks. Mahalo ke akua. Give thanks to God. Give thanks to our community, our families. Give thanks to our ancestors, our prodigy. Give thanks to all the directions. Giving thanks to the sun. Giving thanks to the moon. Giving thanks to the stars and planets. Giving thanks for the truth. Giving thanks for all sentient life. You know, you gotta give thanks to those creepy crawlies and slithering ones, to the four-leggeds and winged ones, and all the creatures of the sea. What comes up for me in this, as I speak to the sea, is we better also think about how to mitigate the contamination of our water. What can happen in the contamination of our oceans and streams from the toxicity of what comes through in these fires. These are all things to consider. So just continue to give thanks and send out prayers, love each other at this time. Come together, sing, dance, celebrate, acknowledge each other. Spread aloha everywhere. Our presence, our oneness, this breath of life that we all share. Thank you for your hope. We give thanks for our faith. Aloha, Kekua. And please donate here at HOPE4MAUI.org, HOPE4MAUI.org, for all of your donations, your energy, your prayers. We will make sure as a people that all of these donations and funds will make sure that it gets to the people. When you look at housing our people everywhere, this is one of the most sustainable initiatives when it comes to housing. I can speak from experience that I've seen devastation like this before. My brother, who I just spoke with yesterday, lost his homes in the California fires and coffee fires, and that was 5 years ago. He just got into his home. So we're in this for the long run. And as beautiful as his home is, my question around the rebuilding process of that home is, what was it built with? Is it fire retardant? Or is it built with the same materials as the old? We must build smarter, not smart cities. We just need to build in a way that is sustainable, regenerative, and one with our environment. So please go to HOPE4MAUI.org and donate so that we can take care of our people on Maui, get them into homes so they can feel welcome as we experience love together.
Kuha'aheo e ku Hawaii, mama kakaua ku aina, o ke ku kakahia ka ona o iri o Hawaii nei no kula hui e hawi paua I o lamau. Stand up, stand proud of all that you are. Fearless warriors equipped with knowledge. Oh, Kukalanias, descendants of the stars. Mama kakaua kuaina, mama aina, always defend. Face against the concrete, pressure till I can't breathe. Sacrifice my life, cause this ain't not all I am. kamakanipana ike ia ina hana polalo ana muhe e oga ina hoi maue hoi kakoa hiki ke aloha ina hopeloa Univale kamali leo pana iku aike ola meka uhane uapana maka ike kala ikame alile lile akaole hoi maue hoi kakoa hiki ke aloha ina hopeloa Ike kala he mea me hana Hanu aike o kaina Haina ia mai Ana kapu ana no kapo e puni wale I kalile lile la Aheo e ku Hawaii Mama kakaua kuaina No kula